Hey, Karina here, your Lucid Living Coach. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm an intuitive, transformational life coach and astrologist. And today I'm here to give you a very serious video of Pluto entering the sign of Aquarius. Now, just a little warning, if you are sensitive to certain political issues or anything like that, this might trigger you. I also would like to warn, there is some pretty raw and real information in this video that might make you feel very uncomfortable. And with that being said, I'd like to get right into it because I have a lot of information. Because this is a transit that doesn't happen very often. So I am well organized, so I'm going to get straight to the point and I'm going to get through a lot of information. So just bear with me and please like and share and subscribe to my channel if you find this information useful so you can get more videos. So this is the transformation and introspection, exploring the astrological significance of March 2023. We have a lot going on, but I'm going to specifically talk about Pluto and Aquarius. And I will be doing a video shortly about the new moon in Aries, which is coming up as well. And a little bit about Saturn and Pisces, which I do have an extended video on, specifically Saturn entering Pisces. Now, Saturn entered a Pisces on the 7th. Now, Saturn is a planet that it takes around 29 and a half years to completely do a full orbit around the sun, and it stays in a zodiac sign for approximately 2.5 years. And so the last 2.5 years, 3 years, was Saturn in Aquarius, and now it's entered Pisces, which is a water sign, where Aquarius is an air sign. People sometimes get that wrong. They're actually the water bearers, but they are an intellectual air sign. Now, Pisces is a water sign. It's the fishes. They're kind of going in opposite directions. Sometimes they have a hard time knowing which way is up and which way is down. Now, Saturn entering Pisces on October, just entered on March 7th of 2023 and will stay here until March of 2026. Now, Saturn in Pisces may bring about a period of introspection and spiritual growth. It may also bring up issues related to boundaries and limitations, particularly in the area of emotion and intuition. I have links in my video talking more in depth about Saturn in Pisces transit if you'd like to learn more. Now, the Saturn returns. So those are people that were born with their Saturn in Pisces. Now, some, but not all people born between 1993 and 1996, you are in your Saturn return. Now, Saturn takes about 29 and a half years to completely orbit the sun, like I said, which means that every individual experiences a Saturn return, if they're lucky, 3 times in their life. The first one being the most significant at 29 to 30. The second is 58 to 60 years old. And the third is 87 to 90 years old. Now, Saturn return is significant astrological event that marks a time of maturity, reflection, and growth. So for those born with Saturn in Pisces, the Saturn return can bring about a deepening of their spiritual and emotional awareness. Pisces is a sign associated with sensitivity, empathy, and creativity. And those with Saturn in Pisces may have a natural talent for the arts or a strong sense of compassion for others. Now, during the Saturn return, these individuals may feel a sense of pressure to confront and resolve any unresolved emotional issues or spiritual dilemmas. They may also be called to step up as leaders in their creative and spiritual communities, or take on a more responsibility in their personal and professional lives. Now, for those that have not prepared for their Saturn return, they haven't put the work and the diligence towards their goals, they will find themselves in a state of mind that could be very detached from reality, and they might feel lost because they haven't worked towards their calling in life or their sense of purpose that they were called. Maybe they weren't listening to the calling of Saturn when Saturn was asking for them to bring forth the hard work. So at the same time, the Saturn return could also bring about challenges related to the themes of Pisces, such as boundaries, addiction, and escapism. So if you weren't the one that was working towards those goals and aligning with your purpose, then you can find yourself in addiction and escapism. Now, those with Saturn and Pisces may need to confront any unhealthy patterns in their life and work to establish healthier ways of coping with stress and emotional pain. Overall, the Saturn return can be a time of great growth and self-discovery for those born with Saturn in a Pisces. So it calls for a willingness to confront challenges and take responsibility for one's life, while also embracing the creative and spiritual potentials of the sign. By doing so, individuals can emerge from the Saturn return with a deeper sense of purpose, clarity, and self-awareness. If you are feeling uncertain and would like guidance on the positioning of your natal Saturn and destiny points, as well as how they are aligning with you, then consider reaching out for a reading at www.lucidlivingmovement.com. Now, let's get into the serious, raw Scorpio ruled planet. Okay, Pluto is associated with Scorpio, okay, as well as Mars. So Pluto entering Aquarius. Now, let me talk a little bit about Pluto. Pluto is a slow-moving, small and slow, generational planet that takes about 14 to 30 years to travel through the zodiac sign. So Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008 and will be moving into Aquarius next Thursday on the 23rd. Now, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was 1532 through 1552. Okay, much, like, I can't even comprehend what it might have been like back in the day and what Pluto and Aquarius did. It's like, oh, what are they doing? But this transit into Aquarius will usher in a huge ending and beginning for humanity. Now, Pluto will be in Aquarius until 2044. However, this year will be full of indecision as Pluto oscillates between Aquarius and Capricorn. Now, Pluto retrogrades on May 2nd and will re-enter into Capricorn June 11th, and then direct on October 11th at 27 degrees of Capricorn. So it's going to work its way all the way back to 27 degrees of Capricorn. And then re-enter Aquarius January 20th, 2024. And then we'll retrograde back into Capricorn September 1st of 2024. And then re-enter Aquarius for good November 19th, 2024, where it will be for the next 20 years. Yes, you heard that right. 20 years. That is the end of the world and the beginning of a brand new world. So we will see a lot of forward momentum in new areas as we return to the past to reevaluate before moving forward. Now, Pluto in Aquarius represents a period of transformation and change, particularly in the areas of technology and social structures. It may also bring about a greater emphasis on individual freedom and collective action. The astrological shifts this month are significant and will bring about major changes in our lives. Pluto entering Aquarius will bring about a shift in our collective consciousness as Aquarius in the sign of innovation, technology, and progression. Now, this shift will bring about a new era of creativity and progressive ideas, as well as new ways of looking at the world. On a more personal level, this transit can challenge us to confront our deepest fears and limitations, to embrace change and evolution. It can also inspire us to explore new areas of interest and to connect with like-minded individuals who share our values and aspirations. And we will find those groups much quickly with all this new technology. Now, Pluto, when it moves into 0 degrees of Aries, it will be squaring the nodes. Now, the most significant transit is Pluto entering Aquarius, but as well as squaring the nodes, which will be March 23rd. Now, Pluto squaring the nodes is an astrological transit that occurs when a planet, Pluto, forms a square aspect to the lunar nodes. Now, the lunar nodes represent the points where the moon's orbit intersects the ecliptic, and they're associated with karmic and evolutionary themes in astrology. Now, when Pluto squares the lunar nodes, there is often a sense of tension. Squares are tension, they're 90 degrees, or conflict between the past and the future. This transit can bring up old patterns and karmic issues that need to be released and transformed in order to move forward in life. It could also trigger power, struggles, control issues, and intense emotional experiences. Gotta wet this whistle with all this talking. Now, this transit will bring a clash between the energies of stability, Taurus, and change, Scorpio. And it will be a time of great transformation, Scorpio, and Pluto being in Aquarius. We can expect to see a lot of disruptions and upheavals, as well as push for new ideas and solutions. On the positive note, Pluto square the nodes can be a time of profound growth and transformation. It can help us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities and to develop greater self-awarenesses and resilience. It can also inspire us to align with our soul's purpose and to make positive changes in our lives that support our highest good. Now, Pluto in Aquarius represents the transformational power of innovation, technology, and radical change. It urges us to break free from outdated structures and beliefs and to embrace new ways of thinking, air, Aquarius, and being. This energy can be unpredictable and disruptive, but it could also be empowering and liberating. I definitely feel that 2020 and 2021 has really prepared us for what's coming ahead. Now, 2022 was a year of somewhat rest. Somewhat rest. So, okay, let's talk about the nodes in Scorpio and Taurus and its significance astrologically. So this has had a profound impact on our collective and personal evolution thus far. This represents the axis of material, which is Taurus, and spiritual security and values and possessions, Taurus. The South Node is Scorpio, which is associated with releasing past emotional wounds and fears, while the North Node in Taurus is urging us to develop self-reliance and cultivate a sense of inner peace and stability. When Pluto in Aquarius squares the nodes in Scorpio and Taurus, there can be a clash between the old and the new, the material and the spiritual, the individual and the collective. This transit can trigger intense emotional experiences and power struggles and financial instability. However, it can also provide opportunities for growth, transformation, and innovation. Now, does this sound familiar? The old world, the new world. The old world of material, the new world of spirit. And this was like huge in my article that I wrote about the 15 ways of Final Fantasy. I use Final Fantasy in the 15 ways to live in the new world. Now, we have been, and you could probably see this in your own life, split between those two worlds of your material job, okay, the moneymaker, and then your spiritual passion job, right? So it could be maybe you have a job that you go to, a 9 to 5, and then you have your TikTok and your YouTube and like your Instagram, and you have a following and you are doing your passions. Maybe that's art or astrology or jewelry making, like who knows, or life coaching. Okay, so you have a job that you're worried, from the, let's say, the old world, the material world. And then when you started to develop this, your relationship with your higher self and your spirituality, you started really developing another kind of contribution. Okay, not towards maybe corporation or just getting the paycheck, but actually contributing to your purpose or your destiny or what fills you up or what you're really proud of, right? So I actually have noticed this in a lot of people's lives, people that I know, and also my clients and myself. We're all kind of switching from this old material world to this new spiritual world of freedom. So I digressed. Now, so we're seeing now this clash between the old world of material and the new world of spirituality and the spiritual world, the individual and the collective. Now, this transit can trigger intense emotional experiences, power struggles, financial instability. However, it can also provide opportunities for growth, transformation, and innovation. Overall, Pluto and Aquarius square the nodes is a potential astrological configuration that invites us to let go of the past and embrace the present and co-create a better future. Okay, that's Aquarius. Aquarius is about the future. It's It's what can be. Okay. Now, Aquarius also rules the innovation and the technology, which includes AI. Now, AI is slowly making headway and becoming humanity's family. Talking about integrating AI within the human biology is a topic of great controversy. Now, AI, if you don't know what it is yet, artificial intelligence. It's when you're scrolling through your phone and you start seeing ads of things that you've already been looking at for or speaking about, called algorithms. And this is a part of the AI that is helping people sell stuff. So like marketers online are using AI to push and drive consumers. Okay. So we're all consumers here. And it's only growing rapidly and rapidly because it's becoming easily accessible from just our fingertips. So we're more, impulsive, okay? Because we'll see an ad, click on it, and buy it because it's something that we need, but we might not afford right now, okay? So we want to be really mindful with our spendings. Now, artificial intelligence is a rapidly growing, advancing field that involves creating machines that can learn, reason, and make decisions for humans, like humans. Maybe they can make better decisions than humans. As technology continues to progress, AI is becoming more integrated into our daily lives. From virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa for self-driving cars, and personalized recommendations on social media platforms. While AI has the potential to revolutionize many aspects of society, there are also concerns about how it will affect humanity. One of the main areas of controversy is the potential integration of AI within human biology. Some researchers are exploring the use of AI implants to enhance human cognition, memory, and other abilities, while others are a little weary of the ethical implications of technology. Yeah. So, despite those concerns, there are also efforts underway to ensure that AI, hopefully, is developed and used in ways that benefit humanity. For example, some organizations are working to create more ethical and transparent AI algorithms, while others are exploring ways to use AI to address social issues like climate change and healthcare disparities. Aquarius, as a sign that rules innovation and technology, is closely associated with AI and the ways it is transforming our world. We can continue to integrate AI into our lives, and it will be more important to consider how we can harness its powers, while also ensuring that it aligns with our values and goals as a society. This will require ongoing collaboration and dialogue between experts in technology, ethics, and other fields, as well as a willingness to adapt and evolve as new challenges arise. Now, Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto is the planet of death and transformation, and Aquarius represents humanity. So put that together. Pluto, the planet of death and transformation, and Aquarius represents humanity. While Pluto is no longer classified, as a planet, it remains an important astrological archetype that represents transformation, death, rebirth, and uncovering the hidden truths. When Pluto transits through a particular zodiac sign, it can bring profound changes and challenges related to the themes of that sign. When Pluto is in Aquarius, which is associated with innovation, technology, and humanity, there may be a strong focus on the transformation of, you guessed it, society, and the ways in which we can use and interact with technology. Now, this transit can bring about a deeper understanding of the impact of technology on our lives, as well as the greater awareness of the need to use it responsibly and ethically. Pluto in Aquarius can also bring about upheaval and change in society, in social and political systems, as well as a greater emphasis on individual freedoms and equality. This can manifest as a push for greater civil rights and social justice, as well as new forms of activism and social organizations. This is also including sexual orientations and manipulation of sexual body parts, okay? At the same time, Pluto in Aquarius can also bring about challenges related to the use of technology, such as issues around privacy, surveillance, and cybercrime. That's right, cybercrime. This is going to be another form of development, right? Cybercrime, you probably need cyber police, right? We're all in this world together. It may also bring about a greater awareness of the potential dangers of artificial intelligence and the need to ensure that it aligns with human values and ethics. Overall, Pluto in Aquarius represents a period of profound transformation and evolution in the ways that we use and relate to technology, as well as the social and political structures that shape our lives. It calls for a deeper understanding of the impact of our actions on the wider world scale, as well as the willingness to embrace change and adapt to the new realities. Now, Pluto entering Aquarius will bring us new ideas, yes. New themes, yes. New focuses, yes. We will become more aware of inequalities and injustices, yes. Our focus will be on independence and freedom, emancipation, renewal, decentralization, and networking. We will be more aware of our previous values, seeing the truths of our old systems of government, corporations, banks, money handlings, and school systems. Pluto could also revolutionize the internet and point out the particular ugly sides of this new technology, and in the best case, help to overcome them. Now, the movie Megan shows the darker side of artificial intelligence. If anyone has not seen that, I highly recommend that you go see that. It's a very Pluto and Aquarius movie. We may also find that our over-reliance on technology, including cell phones, computers, internet, and anything else used by satellites, is not as stable and reliable as humanity thought it was. We will have to find other means of survival besides technology, as it will not be consistently accessible. That's my prediction. Also predict that the solar activity will continue to disrupt the magnetic North Pole that is continuing to shift, contributing to the Earth's magnetosphere weakening, which is creating holes in our protection from these increasing cosmic rays, like electromagnetic waves infrared, ultraviolet rays that are coming in from the sun. Now, we are in a magnetic North Pole shift here on Earth, and it's moving quickly. I wouldn't doubt that this Earth reversal will happen within this 20-year Pluto cycle in Aquarius. This is my intuition. This is my thought. It's been heavy on my heart since 2016, and things are starting to become a little more clear now that I'm actually seeing physical evidence with the weather. It's like, like the Bible said, at the end of the times. And it is, as we know it, the end of the world as we know it. We're not going anywhere. We've been here for a very long time. But this reversal has not happened in over 780,000 years and is expected to happen every 300,000 years. So we are overdue, long overdue, where we have gotten close like 15 times. But in short, there could be mass extinctions, okay? And this could be like migrational animals, right? That kind of use this magnetic North Pole for migration system, right? For their survival. But, I'm sure that there's plenty of us that it will affect us as well. But however, this Earth's changes in weather, adverse effects on also human-made medicines, okay? Man-made vaccines, man-made viruses like the CV, that will naturally mutate, the unnatural lab virus, okay? But on a positive note, I'm hoping that war will be seen as an ineffective means for solution. I think that people will be seeing the darker side of humanity and less likely to trust in the future. This unrest, in response to the corrupt leaders worldwide, could also lead to a revolution and uprisings. Through this transformation, we could, in the end, develop the community and unity that we have been desiring. And the corruption of the government, along with the unexpected impacts on Earth, may be the thing that really brings us together. Hopefully, we can choose to change and unify before we're forced to change and unify by the universe, right? These adverse occurrences. I feel that this is the end of the old world and the beginning of the new. So this could also be more control in the areas of the internet, centralized data, but hopefully decentralized currency. Humanity needs revolution, unity, and solutions to the over-mounting problems that we are seeing in the world. We need to be working together for solutions against extinction of life, liberty, and love. Instead of worrying about protecting our lands and fighting against each other over politics and sex wars, we need to be working together right now. And to mitigate the impacts of the global shifts in weather regardless of what is causing it or who is to blame for it. We are all affected by the rising weather disasters across all borders. This is one way that we can unite as one. And so that is that. I had some help from AI to prove many relevant points. I do want to pick a card, and I will pick a card from the Oracle of Mermaids for Saturn and Pisces, and I will pick from the Alice in Wonderland deck for the Pluto in Aquarius. And I'm going to pick a card because the new moon in Aries is coming up, and that video is next. So stay tuned, guys. Please like and subscribe and share if you find this information relevant, and that will help the ones that you love. Okay, so Oracle of the Mermaids. This is a collective message for Pluto and Aquarius. Saturn in Pisces. Vulnerability, huh? Homeland. And deviation. Prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune. Homeland, arrival and journey ends, establishment, building, settled. Vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. So I will read that one. Vulnerability. 39. 39. Got that 39. All right. This is the quandary of the modern human as far as we can see it. There is an enormous desire to avoid pain, to avoid anything that leads to emotional distress. And yet, the very thing that allows such a thing to happen is one of our greatest powers. Your vulnerability is beautiful, and we are drawn to it, and yet so often it feels foolish and embarrassed for feeling vulnerable, and you do your best to hide your tenderness. You feel as though you will be abused simply because you are open and willing to trust and able to love and be kind. But how attractive and appealing are these most lovely of human qualities? We will need to crave a sense of belonging. It is deep and primal. It is at the very core of our survival instinct. For a tribal days, if we were outcasts, we were either left as food for the sharks, or we became strong and wise in our hermitage. These challenges and heroes' journeys within are our keys to inner strength and a sense of belonging to the all that is. And yet, what makes this heroic and what makes this beautiful is that we can deeply hurt as much by our communication with others as by our distance from them. Oh, that's so true. At this time, you're being asked to open up, display your wounds after a time building trust and share your vulnerabilities within. You are strong. You are a survivor, but you are fragile too. Deep, intimate connection could only be created by deeply understanding who we are, what we reject and dislike about ourselves, and bringing home and nurturing back to health that which we have forced away. This can require therapy, counseling, and deep vulnerability. The power of this vulnerability is that you break through into freedom, self-love, and attract others with your open heart. It may return from time to time. It is often a theme in our life. Now, I'm really intuitively feeling that this card came up because this is what really sets us apart from artificial intelligence. Okay. Yes, AI can take humanity over with knowledge. and efficiency and knowledge. But it can't take away the human experience of love, vulnerability, and closeness. AI cannot feel emotion like a human does. It can express emotion like a human does because it's learned from us. But an AI will never be able to feel what we feel in this human experience. So let's focus more on being different than what they are trying to transform us into, which is robots or integrated with AI and like cyborgs. Just remember who you are and what makes you unique and special. Okay? That's a really, really good card for this, which at first I didn't think it was. But then I started like understanding why that was why that card popped up. Okay. So let's do this Alice in Wonderland deck. This is the Pluto and Aquarius message for humanity for this cycle. I am all in the golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, and conception. All these cards, they all look a little sad. Oh my God, it's the number 1. Oh, it's a 1 card, the very beginning of the deck. This is a brand new cycle with Pluto entering into Aquarius at 0 degrees. The sudden silence 1. In fantasy that they pursue, the dream child moving through a land of wonders, wild and new. So true. In ancient times, we did not think an individual was responsible for their creativity. More so, a person blessed with creative genius, a divine spark, or a brilliant idea was thought to have been visited by a muse, a genie, or other spirit that could inspire someone with ideas that were longing to be born in the world. At the very beginning of the tale of Alice, there is a poem, a preface which portrays the moment the author has begged to create a story. This card represents the time immediately before Alice's existence. There is no rabbit hole, no gesture cat, no Mad Hatter, no Queen of Hearts. There is only an urge to tell a story. So it is with you at this moment. A spark of inspiration is about to descend upon you. A wondrous tale is asking you to be told through you. This surge of imagination can take many forms. It can be a creative solution to a problem you are experiencing. It may mean using visualization to improve at a physical activity or painting a picture with a new technique or a fresh perspective. Whatever form it takes, you are actively telling the story of your life with every word you speak and creating the story in action with every move you make. What wonderlands can you create when you allow yourself to be open to the genius all about you and invite it to come into the world through you? You are imaginative. You are creative. You have a spark within you. Whatever it is you wish to do, paint, draw, sing, write, dance, do this creative, vital, brilliant, life-bringing thing. Who knows what creations you will bring forth? Why not begin to discover the possibilities today? So the deviation for this card is time to create, an imaginative idea, inspiration takes hold, talent and ability, the muse touches down on your life, get ready. So another channel's coming through. The reason why this card is being picked is because now that artificial intelligence is really taking over during this Pluto and Aquarius cycle, we humans get to have more time being creative, connecting with humanity, being one. Because AI is going to take over the jobs that we were being trained to do, like literally we were born as little goddesses, like all knowing, like sponges, and being like that we just entered into this earth from like another realm. And then we were conditioned and trained in our school systems to be employees, to be the worker bees, to be a robot. Get it? And now, well, since 2020 and everyone was in their house, we had to work on the computer. Well, everyone was, I don't know. I think this is pretty exciting, right? When you think about it, because like we don't have to be conditioned and trained anymore. So we don't need the old school systems anymore, because now we have AI to do all our jobs for us. And then we can focus on our relationships with one another, our universal love, our art, our creativity, and everything that card had asked. Because like the world is going to be able to be physically materializing through AI and the computer. Like we're just here being puppet masters. Now we're the gods of these AIs. We're telling the AIs the information to regurgitate it to us, so we don't have to do things like, like back in the day. I mean, I literally, to look up something, I had to go to the library, go through the like stacks, right, of like cards to see where the book was. Oh, it was in, row 3, section A, book 19. And then I would take out the book, and it was like so slow. But now we have all this information at our fingertips. We're putting all these books into the world of that the AI could just like pick up and regurgitate. So I just want to, let's just see what the AI would have to say about art. Okay, let me think of a good question to ask it. Explain how artificial intelligence could feel like a human. Period. Wow. She's really coming up with something. Jesus Lord. Oh, this is too much. I thought it'd be like simple. Okay, so overall, while AI is still far from feeling like a human, advances in areas such as NLP, emotional intelligence, learning and adaptation, creativity, and consciousness could potentially bring AI closer to emulating human-like qualities and behaviors, but they'll never feel. She really broke it down too. Natural language processing, emotional intelligence, learning and adaptation, and creativity. AI can be programmed to generate new ideas and to think creatively, just as humans do, while this is still an area of active research. So they're really trying. So like they can do like fields such as music, which is, can be also programmed, right? So they'll never feel. I'm sorry. They'll only be able to intellectual. You know what they can feel? They can feel like someone that would have like a Aquarius moon, right? Or like, yeah. I'd say like that. And they don't really feel. They think about things. Their feelings could mean nothing. They're feeling, oh, like they might feel one way, but if it doesn't make sense for them, they'll be like, well, I'm not going to do it. Or if they want things to look a certain way. Okay. So let's pick a card from the Gaia. Dude, love hurts sometimes. That's just the part of life. So if you want it, you got to kind of go with all the good feels and the bad feels. Because it's not 100% all the time. Belief. What? Belief. A belief is a thought you think so many times over that you eventually hold it to be true. It is sometimes you have been practicing for a long time and it always feels like the most familiar path to take. If your life is pleasing, stay with this. If your life is not pleasing, it is time to change your thoughts. That's changing your beliefs. Today, you may like to say to yourself, I am not limited. Oh my God, that's so Aquarius. By my past. So I am not limited. That's Saturn. By my past, which is Scorpio. And or future thinking, which is Aquarius. I choose my thoughts with care and mindfulness. I regularly have new insights and discover new ways of seeing the world. I am willing to change and grow. So this is a good closing card because there is a lot of information that this Pluto and Aquarius is going to be giving us to look at. And so it's really all about the way that we respond to our stimuli around us, right? That really makes a difference in this whole transformation that we're going through. Not only on the societal level, on a political level, on a system level, on a 3D level, on a spiritual level, on an individual level, but we need to focus on the positive. What Pluto and Aquarius, there is darker sides of everything, right? So if you were to think that the world is equal, right? There's equal light and dark, just like the yin and yang, right? There's equal good and bad, right? It's what we focus on that will manifest in the new world. So if there's 50% good and 50% bad, we have a choice on which to focus on. So we could choose to focus on the 50% good and see more good, right? Have you ever noticed when you let's just give an example, like the Lucid car, right? And I saw one, and then now my mind is open. I know what it physically looks like. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing more of them pop up. Or it's like where your focus goes, where the focus goes, energy flows. Okay. So if you focus on something, it's going to grow. And this new world is a world of manifestation. So you manifest faster. Also, there is no, in my book, good and bad, right? Because sometimes too much of a good thing is not a good thing. That's totally Jupiter. And then you have Saturn, which is the malefic planet. And Saturn says, well, look, if you don't do this, then you're not going to get that. If you don't work hard for this, you're not going to get that. Now, that's the father, right? It's the father planet. I go to the father and I'm like, okay, so I did my chores. Okay. I made my bed. I cleaned my room and I emptied the garbage. And Saturn was like, okay, well, you did 3 things and I'm going to give you $3. And then I'm like, okay, thank you. Right. And then Saturn, the father, is like, how can I help you? And I'd be like, oh, can I have $3? And Saturn's like, well, what did you do to earn those $3? And I was like, well, I had Sherry clean my room, and I had Jack make my bed, and I had Susie clean my room. And Saturn's going to look past me and go, here, Jack, Susie, and whatever, Ben, whatever other name that I had said, because I don't remember, because it's freaking like 2:00 in the morning. And that's how Saturn works. So in that situation, it would be bad for me, right? But it would be good for my future because I want $3. And now I know how to get my $3. So now I'm going to turn around and transmute the negative energy, the bad experience that I had, and I'm going to turn it into something good. So I'm going to make my bed, clean my room, and empty the garbage. And then I'm going to come back to Saturn and say, hey, can I have $3? I made my bed and I cleaned my room and I emptied the trash. And Saturn's going to be like, yeah, here's your $3. And I'd be like, okay, thanks. Right. And so this is how I see the world. So you just had a little Saturn lesson, but that's why I don't necessarily see things in good and bad. Through every negative or bad experience, we learn something from it. We grow from it. We evolve from it. We can, through bad experiences or negative or adverse experiences, we can learn to grow empathy and compassion and maturity through not always getting what we want. We create, and we can look more at ourselves. We can be more self-reflective in the times of sorrow or confusion. Okay. If something negatively happened to you, or like, let's say someone passes away that you were really close to, and then you go into the self-reflection of what that person was to you, what they represented to you in your life, how you were there for those people or how you weren't there for those people, and how you want to be more like this, maybe with your relationships that you have now. And I think with every death, there is a transformation within our relationships, our personal relationships, whether that's negatively or positively. So we really want to take on the positive qualities of the transformation. We want to transmute the negative energy into positive energy by looking at ourselves in a more compassionate and realistic way. So, for example, if someone passed away and you never said, I love you, or you didn't spend as much quality time with them, or maybe your focus was elsewhere, like work, instead of like your relationship with them. And once they're gone, then we self-reflect and we be like, man, I wish I would have spent more time with that person, or I wish I would have said, I love you. Or, you have all these. And then with that, it transforms your relationships around you. And now you're more conscious of time and how time is very limited here in the 3D. And so maybe now you become more aware of your relationships and like, you know what, I am going to spend time with that person. You know what, I am going to say I love you if this is something that I feel. And so that's actually a positive transformation within that relationship, or it could be a negative effect of death, where you can be like, man, that really hurt. I never want to feel that again. I never want to love again. I never want that closeness again. I never want to put that much time and energy into something again. So do you see the difference? And I really feel like the first way is kind of the better way to be. Pluto and Aquarius will be transforming our lives personally and collectively. And as much as the things that might be more adverse that we would see as adverse is where I feel is going to transform us into a more unified collective, a more aware collective, and a more loving collective. And I'm really excited about that. We're really going to be able to focus on our evolution, our emotional evolution, and our creative evolution, and our higher self is going to be able to come out more now that we're having help with the very basic needs in society through AI. So we do have a lot to look forward to. Thank you for sticking around if you're still here. And please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading from me and you want to know where Saturn is happening for you and how it will be affecting you in your personal life through your astrological birth chart and the aspects that it's making, or the Pluto in Aquarius, or the eclipses, we have a lot going on. I am wrapping up a couple of my readings this week, and I will have some more time available. So anyone that wants to get a reading in, go ahead and hit up my website, www.lucidlivingmovement.com. If you are not yet on my Instagram, my handle is @lucid_living_coach. And yeah, I look forward to reading you if it's something that you're interested in doing. I do have packages for a year. So every quarter you can get an astrology update video in reference to what's happening to you in your life astrologically. Thank you, Miss Miyagi. My cat is going bananas. It is her witching hour for sure. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Peace out. Your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.